Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and for my new subscribers, I'm glad you're joining us. My name is Yvonne. In today's video we're continuing with our waterfall journal, and it's already part 7 if I'm not mistaken, and just quickly flipping through what we already did, the front, and I made a little change in this we did in the last part, and the glue, I glued this on, and the glue made it very thick and hard and not flexible anymore, and that's something I really like from fabric. So the ruffle, I tore it off and I made a new ruffle and I stitched it onto the journaling card, because glue spreads itself. So there was a lot of glue, and my bottle, there's got a lot of glue out of my bottle, so I didn't like it. And I sewed a green button in the color of this green on the snippet. So that's finished now. We did the collage on the second page. We're going to finish the card that goes in here. There also a little bit we had to do about that, or to that. The coin envelope, the card is not inside, but the journaling card we made, this we made last time. The pocket of the vintage envelope and the journaling card to go inside. I'm going to take this out so it's less bulk. This also. I really love how it turned out. And now we're going to work on this side. I prepared some items I want to use, so let's get started. I'm going to start by adding the little pieces I wanted to add to this page. So I'm going to put this to the side, because this is all for the new page. And I'm going to finish this. I wanted a little, layered embellishment, if you want to call it like that. I snipped a piece of lace, doesn't really matter, and I want to clip this with a ball pin. And then I found this little image, and it picks up a little about with the blue here. It's a bit blue purple, but I don't mind. So it comes on there, and on here I wanted a butterfly. Now I don't know if I wanted a pink one. I think I do. And the blue one. I don't know why, but the pink one looks bigger. Yeah, I'm going for the small pink one. My all-purpose glue. Just for all small items, for a little more interest, some extra interest. It's a bit big for the flower. Normally the butterfly would be smaller, but last Sunday we went to a local zoo here in the Netherlands, Burger Zoo, and we saw really large butterflies. They were 6 inches, gorgeous, and they were flying just around you, and where you were walking they weren't afraid at all. This I want here with the butterflies. Oh no, these are for the journaling card. Yeah, to stick this with the ball pin and then through the fabric. Let's see. And then on here. and then it just hangs like that on the pocket. And on this card, because you just see a bit, I wanted something there, and because if I do something here, you have to put it in the pocket and it doesn't really work well then. Let's see if I get this to, oh, that doesn't matter also. Sometimes with real thick laces, they look a bit more like crochet. It doesn't really matter which side you use. And then I thought, because I want the blue to be picking up on this side also, that's why I took that blue. And the card is going this way, so the butterfly a bit in an angle that it's nice when you look at the card this way, and it's nice when you look at it that way. I'm going to put a little blue, oh, that's maybe too thick. I figured out why the glue was coming out very difficultly last episode. There was it wasn't coming out, or there was a real blob coming out, and in the real beginning of my scrapbooking days, I bought oh, what's it called? Eileen. Oh, tacky glue from Eileen. Because yeah, a lot of people were very enthusiastic about it, and but it's not my favorite glue because the opening is very big, and the glue is very thick also, so it comes out difficult, and yeah, it wasn't for me. And because I was raised not to throw things away with no good reason, and the bottle is still not empty. I used it a lot, but just to use it up. And I mixed it with this. This is from our local chain Action, and I mixed it with this. But this is normally not a very thick glue, and I think because I filled just a bit and then shake it. I think that will be the reason why it's more thick and coming out more difficult. Just a small detail, popping up the color. Yeah, I really like pink, but I think that's obvious. And that is strange because I'm not a real girly girl. I like to wear a dress, but it's all, I'm a real jeans and t-shirt type. And my dresses are also, not very feminine. So that's this page really finished. So we're going on to this one. I'm going to take this out so it can dry better. This is not interfering, so that's okay. This is going here. Maybe it's bulky, but I hope we're okay by that. My items. This is for the tag that's going, because I'm going to make a tuck spot. My little items, I'm going to put it on my shelf here, because otherwise I'll lose them. I was thinking about putting this on the background. It's a little short, but it doesn't matter because this will be the top tuck. So I'm going to, and this is very crooked. Let's see how far do I need it. a bit difficult because the fabric is on this side. Everything's sticking to my fingers again. Maybe it's easier. Yeah, here is the end. Oh yeah, I printed this on both sides because one side I didn't like. This is the back side. Okay. Let's measure it a bit. And I'm going to tear. Let's see if this, because this is the top. Like that. It's a bit less. Do it again here. I am feeling with my nail where the card ends. And then about there. Now I'm just, with my normal ruler, I will tear this. Let's see there. It doesn't really want to work on these thin papers. This is a really flat ruler, and maybe it's I can press it a bit more. I have to lose the white border because I need the complete image. This is a very thin, yeah, there is also the backing, but the ruler is very thin. And then you can press it a bit better, but normally this goes very well. Only with the thin papers, I had some papers that were a bit more difficult. No, it's not interfering, so I'm going to ink this. Ah, that doesn't have, no. I'm going to use the oxide because it's a bit more brown, so it stands out a bit more. The weather is still, yeah, chilly, a lot of wind, some rain. And it's been that way for days, and I'm really looking forward to better weather. Oh my God. I'm going to put my paper under here, and then I also can see a bit better where my card ends. So I'm going to stick this down. I have to move it, otherwise I won't have any room to put the glue on. I'm going to work with my wet glue again. I really like these, I think it's embroidery pattern paper. It's also in the digitals, but I saw creators use this in original. I really like them. Let's try. Let's move it a bit. You see, I have a border there, but it doesn't matter because I am going to put the side part there. gonna roll it with my brayer so it sticks down well. Let's see on the other side. It's sticking out a bit, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I can trim it. It's difficult when it's just a little bit. Now it's fine. Let's make it a bit, then it won't show. And I'm thinking if I want to make a small lace bit, but we'll see later. Then my image. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I already measured it, and the image. This image was smaller, I think. Smaller. Yes, I'm doubting. Smaller or bigger. I can't remember anymore. And I printed it to the size I wanted. Yes, I'm really looking forward to a bit summery weather, and in about 6 weeks I'm counting we're going on holiday, and I'm really looking forward to that. We didn't really mind that we couldn't go in Corona time, but now that it's possible again, we both looking forward to going. And we are campers. Camping, we like to camp. We have a tent trailer. I don't know if that's the correct word in English, but it's a trailer, and yeah, the tent comes out. You fold the tent out. And we really like that. First, a couple of years ago, we still camped with a tent, a large tent, and yeah, all of a sudden we both felt, we don't want to do that anymore. We don't want to sleep on an airbed anymore, and I'm going to trim this just a bit. So we sold our tent and we bought the trailer tent, and we really like it. And we hope we can go like that for a very, very long time. I wanted to back this because it's on copy paper, it's very flimsy. And if I want to stick the card in and out, I thought just the book page. I'm going to look in my drawer again. This will be large enough, and I can and then I have to cut the image if I want to leave a small border again. No, I'm not going to. No, I'm going to stick this down. Yeah, I hope we can still go with the trailer tent for many years, because we really like to go by our own car and have our own stuff, and it's cozy in a tent. But yeah, one day, of course, when we're too old, then it will be too much work or too heavy to put it up. But hopefully that will be a long time before that time arrives. So for now, we are always visiting France. It's our favorite country because, yeah, maybe I said it in an earlier video, I don't know. But France has, in a way, everything you want in a vacation. If you want to go lie at the beach or the swimming pool, that's an option. And if you want to go sightseeing, museums, old castles, yeah, there's always a part of France that has that, or a lot. And we like to visit nature, hiking a bit because we're both having problems with our knees. But just driving around in nature is also beautiful. We like rocks and mountains and lakes, but also castles and yeah, all sorts of things. And France has beautiful, authentic villages in medieval style. And I don't know what they're called. Yeah, you go down in the I don't know the word. Caves, in the caves, but it's yeah, we call it druipsteen. So from the ages, from thousands of years, it eroded, and the caves are very beautiful. And they're also a lot in France. And that's something we can't get enough of. I've seen so many caves in my life, and I can visit 100 more. That's how much I love them. I'm going to stick this down, because I can always embellish something if I want something here. I use the double-sided tape. That's something I want, yeah, maybe for the new viewers, because, like I said, also with the ruffle, this is exactly, you know how much you're going to lose from the pocket. If you use wet glue, it always spreads a bit when you push it down, and that's something I don't always like. Because then you lose maybe more of your pocket than you wished for. Now I know exactly how wide my card can be. Yeah, it can almost be 4.5, but that's a bit much maybe, because there's something, yeah, it always has a bit of thickness. But that's sometimes, I think that's a disadvantage of glue, because it spreads and then you don't know how wide it's going to spread. So always use little glue, because it's more than enough. You just have to put it just a tiny bit on the edge, and that's already enough. Because if you use a lot, then yeah, you lose a lot of your pocket also. I always do this for the new ones, just a bit. Now I can position my pocket or card or whatever you want to stick down, and I have time to position it, because it's not sticking everywhere. And if I think, this will be okay, then I'm going to stick down the parts where I took off the backing, and now I can easily just remove the rest, and it's not going to shift anymore. Let's see, this is the front. I have to really be mindful, because I want to see this, because it's next to each other. I want to see how it looks. I don't know if I can roughen it up a bit. Just a bit. I do like that. Yeah, so that's our pocket, and it's now easily because of the book page. Yeah, I'm going to flip it out again, it's more easy. I'm going to put this to the side, and I measured if the card can be 4.5, but that's maybe a lot. I have this, it's from a little notebook, a very vintage notebook, and I want to use it because it's sturdy, and I already marked it what I wanted to do for the backing of the tag. Yeah, 4.25. I want some extra room in the pocket. Maybe I can put it here, then we have it in view a bit. So I'm going to cut this. Sorry, my trimmer makes a lot of noise. It's a very old trimmer, I told that in a previous video, but it cuts so well, and it doesn't have to be sharpened or anything, it just stays that way. It's great. I'm going to stick, yeah, I can write on this, or because I'm still thinking it's my journal, but I want to sell this. I think it'll be okay. So I'm thinking if I want to leave it or that I want to put some lines on there. We'll see. This is the side I'm going to glue everything on. This is the image I chose. I already roughened it up and inked it. This also. And this image is going to be down there. Again, here I want to show off all the beautiful papers, and then the music paper will be as large as the card. Yeah, and I put the image down because when it's in here, you'll see the flower sticking out. I'm going to glue this down first. And again, like, yeah, if you were following along, you know, I'm not going to stick it all the way to the edges, so I can always crumble it up a bit more if I want to. And this can also be like that. And then there's room to do this. Again, with this, let's see, like this. Then it's more difficult because this is wider, so I can't. I want music to be everywhere around, that you really see that it's music paper. Okay. Yeah, I have to cut this. I don't know if I can tear it. It's very fragile. I'm going to cut it because I think it'll be easier. Oh yeah, and this, it doesn't go all the way. I'm thinking because then this is straight also. If I like, if that is showing, because then I can have a rougher edge there also, because otherwise everything will be straight. I'm going to make this straight. Sometimes it makes less noise when I do it very slowly, but yeah, when I'm alone it doesn't matter. Let's see, like that. That's not much there. I don't think there'll be a lot of music showing. I love music paper. I love using it a lot in my projects. And I was fortunate to find some some beautiful ones in vintage, in secondhand shops. Yeah, I'm going to let that stick out. Maybe like this also a bit. I think I like that. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to let this stick on just a bit. And maybe I can tear this a bit more. I want this a bit more. Let's see where the card ends. I'm going to do it like that. Then I won't have the real straight edge. Now I can tear this. Okay. Like that. I'm going to put glue on here so I can see better how it's positioned. And I'm going to put the glue here, and I can always tear something here if I want to. That it's not completely stuck down, and I have some room to do some adjustments if I want. And I can roughen these edges because I think I like it. It's too straight now. Let's see. Now I know where this all ends, so it's more visible. Yeah, like that. And I don't know if I can let something stick out here. Maybe that's also an option, just a bit maybe. Let's see, this. Yeah, maybe like that. And I have to ink this a bit. I don't have to, but I want to. Very big difference. I'm not really paying attention if I'm still on frame all the time. And then later I can make it a bit rougher and then ink it also. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there so that it stays folded up like that. I'm going to stick this down, then I have a better view of what's left. Yeah, there's music everywhere, that's okay. I put the reminders on the back of all the images because I prepared a lot in advance, and sometimes I was forgetting what was going where, so I all gave them a number. So this was 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and just to remind me the way they should go. I'm going to try to crinkle this a bit. Just a bit. And it's just sticking up a bit. Doesn't want to. Not much. Yeah. And the music is just peeking out on the back. Yes. Now I'm going to use the tool because otherwise this will be way too thick to make it a bit rougher with your nails. This. And then I can put something here. But I do like this. I think I'm just going to put some embossing here. Yeah, so I can go ahead with this. Because I thought if I'm going to stick something on the back, I have to do that first before I'm making the edges a bit rougher. Here I have to be a bit more careful. It's pretty thick music paper, but it's still very old. So it can easily tear. Put a little ink on there. And then let's see if I can find some embossing, a nice embossing piece for the back. I think I'll leave that to the back. I have to, it really, it's a real mess when you do that with the tool. And then before that I thought, because now you have to always also see it in the way it's when it's finished. So this is going to be here, and I like that there will be something hanging here, and because there's a little of a bit of the burgundy, it looks like this. I have this fabric, and I thought if I just put a little, with a brad, just a little piece that hangs there like a little dangle. Let's see how long, and if it's the right way up, like that. I did it differently. Let's see. with the pinking shears. Oh yeah, I liked it like that. A bit the other way around. And then I have to make a hole in here. I'm going to put this a bit to the side. Let's see where I want this. How did I do that? Yeah, like that. Bit the loop a bit smaller. And I'm going to pierce the hole like that. Let's see if it's big enough. Yes, the brad goes through. A bit like that, and I can always put something on there. Just for a little interest. It goes right in there. Oh, it's just a bit coming out of there, but then I thought it would be matching there. Close that again. Maybe it even looks better flat, but it will flatten. Let's see if I have some embossing that looks nice there. Let's see. Because then the color, maybe a bit green. I also have some greens, not long enough. I wanted a bit of a piece there. I really like this one. Yep. Let's see if I can tear a bit a rougher piece, or maybe here. Yeah. I think I'll cut this with the decal, so it's not a straight edge. It makes a lot of noise also. I'm sorry for that, because it's so noisy, the thing. Yeah, I'm going to ink it, and I'm just going to put a little piece there. Always have to think what side you don't get the white border. Just needs just a bit of ink, not too much. I'm going to use the wet glue also, because it has highs and lows because of the embossing, and the wet glue seeps a bit more into those valleys. Like that. Our brad is gone, and there is still lots of room for writing. And the journal card is a bit more interesting on this side. I have to let it dry very properly, because it is thick. And some glue seep there. Maybe a smaller piece up there. Do I have a smaller piece? Yeah. I'll think about it because it bulks it up just more to go into the pocket. Put my things to the side. So this is how far we got today, which is also our top talk with the journaling card, letting the paper show again, and now there's just a bit of blue and it coordinates with the green and the yellows. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. If you like this video, I would love for you to subscribe, give a like or a comment. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you next time in the next episode of the Waterfall Journal. Bye!